So here's what happens. Zeus takes a nap, because Zeus is fucking exhausted from doing whatever Zeus was doing. You don't need to know. But he wakes up, he's hungry, it's 9:35, and it's like, shit, I gotta cook all that stuff that's been in my fridge for days, because I may not be home tomorrow, and then I'm not gonna cook it on Sunday, and it's like, so now it's forced cooking. Z Cooks, the only cooking show where the guy doesn't want to fucking cook anything. So, the two things, basically, that I have to get rid of, not Chewbacca, she could stay. There's apples, peppers will be fine, the onions will be fine. I specifically didn't open, like, potato chips, and I got mushrooms. I got these giant, palm-sized mushrooms. And I've got some pork chops, saroos. Oh, the pookaroos, little baby thing. Well, actually, it's 2.5 pounds of pork chops. Bone in. Always bone in. Bone out pork chops, just no. So I'm looking. I washed and laid out these mushrooms, and I'm like, they're so big and perfect. I don't want to just spend an hour slicing them, because you can't cook these whole. Or can you? So I'm thinking, at 10 o'clock at night, when I gotta get up early tomorrow, let's make stuffed mushrooms. Thank you. She's being weird and slow. So, this will be the worst or best thing I've ever made. Move this over. Because I'm now going to do... I hope the camera holds out, because I wasn't prepared for this. Z-Cooks happen very, very, what's the word? Not sporadically. Fluidly, without preparation, just like, I'm gonna make a Z-Cooks now because I'm hungry, and this might be interesting. Everything's clean, all the dishes are clean except for that cup. Do I need? Alright, I know what I need. You're gonna watch the brain synapses fire. Oh, fuck me. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, good. Alright, so, stuffed mushrooms. Now, I'm gonna need to cook this, and then I'll need this. So cooking this, I just washed this, so let's take this down. I'm gonna do a lot of setup, then stop, charge the camera for a little bit, and then come back in the middle. Or this is going to be, it's 10:09 right now, and I just did the first act of, I'll get back to you in a bit, Phil. You know he watches these. Stuffing. So I'm gonna make stuffing because I need it to be done. How much stuffing? At least 2 finished cups worth. So what does that look like? Water, yep, that's on fire. Oof. Love electric stoves, love them. Alright, let's just go with a cup of water and 2 cups of stuffing mix. Alright. And I'm stupid because I just did water first, and now this is wet, so when I do 2 cups of stuffing mix, it's just ruined. It's a ruinous... Alright, we're going to make 2.5 cups of stuffing mix, because I'm not leaving a half cup of stuffing mix, which means I'm going to have to add more water. But now that's filled with water, with stuffing. I just threw that away. So, is that 3 cups? Ooh, that might be, let's say it's under 3 cups. So I need another 1/4 cup of water. Ready? And that's about it. Alright, good. That's perfect. So we need to melt something in there. So let's finish off this bit of butter. All the butter. All the butter. Fan off. I know I'm going to need butter for something else, so let's just pop out a big Kerrygold there. So that's going to be stuffing. That'll be done. Now I'm going to core 1 or 2 of these before I stop the video. And the way you do it, you should just be able to break it like that. And then you have this. And what my aunt does, and what you should do, is when you make the stuffing mix to put back into the mushroom, you chop these up finely and put them in there. I'm going to save them right now, and then I'll determine if it's worth the effort. probably off camera. They might break apart. I mean, how much? I mean, I want to have. I don't know. I've only done stuffed mushrooms once. They were really good. They came out really good. So I'm gonna get as much stem out as you can, so you have more space. I feel like that should be even. Once you cook these, in fact, let's preheat the oven. Bake. I have no idea the temperature this requires. I'm not gonna look anything up. Zeus is gonna get the food feels. Want to do it on the rack? Is that a positive thing? Do I want to rack it up? Do I want to rack it up? Will the air help cook these? The drippings? Alright. These are things I'll figure out and fail at off camera and then report back. So currently make stuffing. Things you're not going to see on camera. Making the stuffing. I'm just making the stuffing. I'll combine with that on camera. I'm going to get these pork chops done up. They're thin. Thankfully they're thin. I should be able to cook them entirely in the pan or that pan without, you know, baking them afterwards. So that'll be good. And then I can just microwave. Do I need vegetables at that point? I mean, I'm alone, for fuck's sake. There's so many mushrooms. I'm gonna have to bring these. These are gonna be some Easter stuff. Definitely. Extras, leftovers. Be right back. Okay. Oh, it's on the floor. You lose. I'm beating the crap out of these with a potato masher.
Where'd you go?
Denmark.
Wait, what?
I went to Denmark.
Denmark? Just now?
Yeah. What's the problem?
So what were you doing in Denmark?
Well, Jay.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen.
Denmark to the CPH pigs.
We're gonna saute these mushrooms a bit. Don't have to use. Don't worry about scraping that thing out. I got a lot. I remember what's clean. That's clean. This has had mushrooms in it, and now it's clean. We're gonna season this. I'm gonna want a little bit of a spice. So just a bit of spice. I'm allowed. I am allowed. And I gotta overspice this because I'm gonna be adding the normal stuffing to it. I actually probably didn't even need to use normal stuffing. If I'm gonna have this much of it, I wasn't fully comprehending. Salt, pepper, hot pepper, red pepper, no onion. We're gonna need some butter, which means I've got to. That's got mushroom juice on it. Ew. Mushroom goo. I love when it's frozen. Actually, that's not bad. That's bad. Go. Give me the flavors. What other flavors do I want? I know I need to add some cheese to this. I'll do. You know what? I'm probably gonna add a half of. Should I just make? Honest to God, if you make too much of the stuffing, it's still gonna be delicious if you do it right. It's just gonna be delicious and too much, and you're just gonna leave the rest. I know cream cheese is one of the things that shows up. People put cream cheese in there. I sprayed the Pam, like an idiot, on them. I sprayed Pam on the mushrooms, give them a little bit of oil, and I sprinkled some salt on the actual mushroom shells. Yeah. These are not going to take very long to... I just want to get them soft. That's not soft at all. I don't even play Tetris. All of it. Just do all of it. Just, I'm thinking about, like, I should section this and then, no. All of it. I don't want it to be dirty. You need to be OCD, like me. And you'll have no dirty dishes at the end of your goddamn fucking meal sometimes when the OCD kicks in. I need pills that enable the OCD. Okay. No, I will not smoke crystal method. Actually, crystal methamphetamine. Not really crystal method. Or I could, I guess, take the CD, crumble it down, and then smoke it. Crystal method's excellent. Alright, so I'm going to leave that sort of like in its group. No idea what I'm doing. Keep that in mind. Pork chops. Start them. I'm obviously going to be making them in this. Dirty, dirty. I've got to clean you now. And am I going to bread them, or am I just going to fry them up with some seasoning? I mean, if I have, here's the question. Do I have applesauce? If I have applesauce, I don't think I have applesauce. So, no breading if I don't have applesauce. That's a rule. Can't. That's like making brownies if you don't have milk. You can't fucking eat a brownie without milk. My cousin has brownies and drinks water, and I'm like, I hate you. Right to his face. Right to your face, Jay. What kind of sadist are you? Alright. These are looking like they need to be brought into the fold. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. It's gonna be delicious, though. It's like when you get a blender and you put all your favorite foods in there, like chocolate ice cream and hot dogs and, you know, onion rings, blend it all together. It's always going to be the best thing you've ever had. Try it. Try it. I want to try this too. First, chess. I have Munster. Imagine you could melt like a provolone in there. Probably work. And I don't think I need to add breadcrumbs to that, considering I'm literally made it out of, what's it called? You want it to be ooey gooey, chewy, bluey. Jill Love's cooking. Oh God, it didn't close at all. Fail on all levels. I love those cooking shows where it's just prepared and it's in a little bowl and they go, oh, and I have this now. Yeah, that's because you, I don't know, prepared. Thought about what you were doing. I need to add more butter to this. I don't even know what the consistency I'm aiming for is. Lower that. That's what I'm looking for. Now we gotta move, because that cheese, any bit of it that hits the bottom is just gonna stick. So I'm doing this in the non-stick, and I'm gonna do this there. I don't cook on that burner very often. In fact, I'm sure there's some OCD Z-Cooks people out there that have counted how many times I've used each burner. So post those statistics below. We're getting a nice goopums is the word. Actually, I'm gonna shut that off. Oh, I smell the cheese. This is too hot to taste. I don't want to burn the roof of my mouth if I'm going through all this work to eat. What does that smell? Oh. Like I said, I don't use that burner very often. Back on with the fan. Now, it's finished. Oh, thank God. That would have sucked if it went into the stove. You would have caught a great show, though. I'm going to do that because it's the back burner that's on. I'm... Ah, fucking hot. Fucking hot. Fucking hot. That's a good amount of like pre-color. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to melt my countertops because they're all made out of cutting board. Oh, that had to happen. Of course it did. You're done. You're on there. You're not needed. Pork chops. Actually, I've got these specifically for this purpose. So, you come back. Silicone mats. As long as it doesn't tilt, this should work. These feel... oh, these have hardened. I'm gonna have to add some water to the bottom of that to soften that up now. You done? You're done. That's going. I'm gonna open the pork chops. There's just so much going on. I don't know how chefs like actual chefs in like actual restaurants, amazing people, especially when they're making like entire meals. Like I could probably be a chef if they're like chop kale. And that's all I did was chop kale. That's good. This has to get seasoned. It's gonna get hectic. My seasoning on pork chops. See, I need a bigger spread. And of course I put... okay. This had just mushroom goo on it. So, let's... entering the porky hands zone. Caution. How many are here? 5? Oh God, they're thin. Yeah, this will be fine for this. I had considered for a few seconds, oh, I hate that odd one that doesn't look like a T-bone. You're my least favorite pork chop. Congratulations. In fact, I'm going to switch you around. This is very heavy. I'll put that down. Okay. Okay. Stupid bottle. I put that plate in the clean... that was clean. That's going out tonight anyway, doesn't matter. This was only used to cover the stuffing. That's fine. Okay, that's still clean. This is all still clean. Salt. Spray some Pam. Just so everything sticks. Salt. Now this is thin, so I'm probably only going to salt one side. It'll flavor it enough to go through. I am going to put more red pepper on this, so this is a part you could just skip if you're not me. But let's face it, I'm not making these cooking videos so that you don't become me. This is how I take over the world. Food assimilation. And now when I cook them, I'll put them pan down, or put them seasoning down, and then I could probably put a little, I like a little bit of onion powder. Do I have onion powder? California onion and shitty onion powder. Let's finish the shitty onion powder. I'm not even sure if that's falling, honestly. Of course that fell out. Of course it did. My oven is still on 285. Oh God damn it. Alton Brown fires people if they don't have their onion powder open. Don't need this yet. Let's put, I'm never going to get all 5 in here. I'm going to have to do 3 at a time. 1, 2, 3. I could probably squeeze 4, but not 5, so why bother? Why crowd the dish if you can't get all of them in there? But not just cook just one. That's boring and terrible. Remember that towel that I wasn't going to use? It's alright, I don't think the thing will melt. We get, see, it clumps nicely. This is very hot, by the way. Yes, that's a good method. Let's do that. Get what you want. Pick up your shell. Press it. Have I revolutionized the stuffed mushroom methodology? That's a big one. A big one. I'm starting to lose my shape. When the big mushroom chunks are in there, it doesn't hold as well. The little baby one. I'm actually going to have enough for all of them plus that just fell on the floor. It's fine. I think my aunt cooks these in a covered pan, which steams them. Now, since I don't have a way to cover this, I'm going to fill this bottom of this tray. That's at a good temperature. I might use that back burner more often. That was not enough. More. With just a ton of water, and hopefully it steams these to be soft again. Because these shells, I feel like journey to the center of the earth, and I could just use them to make leather boots. I don't want to avoid that. I want to avoid that. Spraying them with oil probably didn't help, because I'm an idiot. But these videos could always end in failure. Always end in failure. That's always an option. Failure is always an option. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? All that bitching about how much extra I'm going to have, and I'm not going to have any extra at all. These are going to eat like a meal. I thought I was going to have extra to dollop on top, too. Now all we'll hear is the fucking Chucher steam. How you like that? Like that. All right. Perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna lower that a little bit. Can I handle this yet? That's not bad. All right, you're gonna go in here. I'm going to fill the bottom of the tray up. It was like a cup and a half of water. And now, let those go. That's doing its thing. That's garbage, that's garbage. These are done. More IKEA stuff. That's fine. Ooh. Alright, I need a place to put these to rest. Now it's pork. We gotta finish the pork. Make everything more difficult. Always. Dirty, clean. Sort of dirty. I also hate overcooked pork and dry pork, so spread them out a little. I want them to sort of keep cooking, but I don't want them to just keep cooking forever. Let's just sort of like give them some room. I need more. I didn't put any of the I neglected to do this. There. I feel better. Extra onion powder. Good time to do dishes. Right now. You can do nothing else. Do dishes. Don't watch the game. Just, all right, dishes. Gotta get it done. Gotta have no dishes. That's another nice thing about having a tiny ass kitchen, is you're always aware when the dishes are dirty because they're everywhere. Just had raw pork on it now. Now you gotta actually go into it. I will not instruct you on how to clean dirty dishes. I'm bad at it. Let M do that. Let J do that. Z is not the man for the job. I love how these cutting boards are so thin that when you put hot water on one side, it curves that way. I'd usually stand that there to dry. Doing its thing. Alright, you don't have to watch me do dishes. No. Those are okay. This really didn't have anything dirty on it. Now I have no idea how long, by the way, for the oven. I'm just going to keep looking at them. And I should have also sprinkled some more cheese on top, but I want to leave that closed. I want to get that moisture to come and soften those mushroom shells back up. Otherwise, they're going to be tough. Yeah, since I'm here and paying attention, I could do more than one flip for this particular setup. And right there, to get this happening where it's like curling up, you could just cut that and it'll lay back down. It's usually like the fat ring around the outside. It's just constricting and it's like, oh, I'm going to turn into a bowl. So stand there with your trusty scissors, your kitchen shears, and just go, and she'll lay back down. I should probably test cut one of these. They might or probably are going to have to go back in if I didn't cook them all the way, or I should throw them in the oven and bake them. I'd probably throw them in the toaster oven and bake them. Where's my thickest piece? That's good. Got a little bit of color there. It's fine. Doesn't have to be white straight through. Just doesn't have to be. Just can't be pink. All right. Little spice. All right. We'll come back when the mushrooms have been decided on, and I'll cut one in half for you and show you. Okay, it's been, what time is it? That's not even 11. It's 10:58. 10:58. Ah, heat. Now this is filled with very hot water now. So removing it, tilting it's bad. At least I'm not unconscious of that effort. So I'm going to cover my whole goddamn left arm with a towel. Which would be great if the hot water gets on the towel. It'll just stay there like napalm. I'm going to grab the right. Okay. Actually, a lot of that water, just so chase it out. Yeah. Hot. Literally hot. I guess I could sprinkle cheese on the top now while they're still warm. Oh, the mushrooms are still a bit tough. But they've softened enough. Enough to enjoy one. So let's bring one. Which is my favorite? Are you my favorite? Can't tell if that mushroom is not cooked enough yet. Let's try just the mushroom. How come people hate mushrooms? It's a stuffed mushroom. You don't want it. Alright, pork chop for you. You know what? That's acceptable. The mushrooms still have texture to them. The smaller ones, when you do it, usually they just turn to mush. I'm chewing through a mushroom. That's good stuff. And now here's the second batch. Let's cut one of these up. Solid white. Just the slightest hue of pink is fine. Don't give the cat fat. I mean, you can give the cat fat. Come here. Eat it on the back of my pants. You want to try it? You actually gonna eat this? Oop, I hit her in the face. Go. You're not gonna watch me plate this. It's fine. I'm just gonna sit here at 11 o'clock at night and enjoy some pork chop. An extra large stuffed mushroom. This is a Z meal. Where's my off button?